Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 15 stress-free hacks to simplify your life. I've made a few videos like this in the past and you guys always seem to really like them. And I also thought it would be nice to be reminded of a few of these points because I personally find this time of year so super busy. The kids have sports days, fun runs, so much going on that I actually need these tips myself. So I hope you really enjoy this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, I would love you to subscribe. But with all that said, let's get into my tips. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is having a command center in your home. And I know that might sound like I'm creating work for you, but once I had a command center, I actually felt like it helped to simplify my life. So in our pantry area, we have a family calendar where I can write everything onto it of like what's going on, when parties are, clubs, etc. And there's also a space on it for our meal plan for the week. And then in our kitchen, I also have the kids' chore charts up on the fridge so that they can actually look at them. By having the kids do chores, that just helps me with delegating some of the things that need to be done around the house, like setting the table, clearing up, making their beds. They change their sheets every week. So it is a way of delegating. And I also find that often I'm answering questions from everyone in the family. You know, what's for dinner? When's Johnny's party? When's this club? What's on at Cubs tonight? Whereas if it's just all on the calendar, everyone can learn to just go and look for themselves. And my next tip is to learn to say no. And this is something I actually personally struggle with. I'm definitely a yes person. I want to say yes to every opportunity in work life. And then I want to say yes to every opportunity in my personal life. I want to do everything. But actually sometimes it's to the detriment of my own mental health. So I'm trying to learn to say no more and more. I'm definitely getting better at it, and I'm saying no more in terms of our family as well. There was a time where the kids did a million different clubs and I would be taxing them everywhere, and it was actually exhausting. And I didn't realize how exhausting it was until lockdown, when we couldn't do any of the clubs. It was actually so nice and relaxing. So then we thought about, okay, what things do we really want to do and what could we give up? Kind of like worked it out to make our schedule a little bit more manageable, and I would definitely recommend that to you guys as well. And my next tip is to meal plan and meal prep. I know I've talked about this a million times before, and I do find it so helpful if I can take the time to do that and have a fridge full of food ready to go. But I also appreciate that not everyone can set aside 2 or 3 hours to meal prep for the week. So I also wanted to share a hack with you guys, and that is to order HelloFresh. So don't get me wrong, I love cooking, I really do, but it is a lot of effort, researching the meals you want to do, going to the grocery store, getting everything, cooking it all. Like, it is a huge effort. Whereas with HelloFresh, there are over 100 different meals to choose from each month. I can just go onto my laptop or onto the app, choose the meals that I know my family are gonna like, order them, and then they just arrive at my door like magic. You get all of the fresh ingredients, you get them all pre-portioned out as well, so there's no wastage, and then you also get the recipe cards, which are so simple to follow. There's even pictures on the recipe cards, so you literally can't get it wrong. And I also love that there is so much choice. So you can choose from quick meals, which is what I often do. I love to get their 20-minute meals, but they also do premium meals, vegetarian meals, kid-friendly meals, like family favorites, street food as well. They've even got like falafel recipes. There is so much choice that there is literally something for everyone. And especially as we're coming up to summer, it's just a way of making meal planning so much easier. And each bag has a number on it, and then that corresponds with a number on the recipe card. So it's really simple to work out which one's which. And I actually tend to just put those bags straight into the fridge. So it just makes it really easy. On a night where I need to cook a meal, I'll just pull one out and make it. And even the pickiest eaters will like their meals. My boys do, and it's so tricky to please an entire family of 5, but their meals really do. And especially with summer coming up, by using HelloFresh, I can spend less time meal planning and more time with the kids doing things that they want to do. And it's also super flexible. So if you're going away, like we're going away for 2 weeks, you can just pause, skip, or cancel your subscription at any time. So it makes it super easy to do that. And then when we get back from a holiday, I know that I'll just have those meals arrive at our door. I normally order them when I'm on holiday, and it is a game changer. And of course, as always, I have an incredible discount code for you guys. So if you use my code Hello Norris, I'll put it on screen here, and I'll also put a QR code that literally, if you put your phone over that, you can go straight to HelloFresh, have a look at their meals yourself, and you can save 60% on your first HelloFresh box, and then a further 25% for 2 months, plus tasty treats as well. So it's well worth using. So I'll put the link in my description. Definitely check it out. Give yourself a break over summer. Another easy tip which will simplify your life, I only found this out about a year ago, is to have a shared calendar with your partner or family members. So you can sync your calendars on the iPhone. We have a family calendar, and I think you just invite each other so that you can both edit it. And it's been amazing because any football fixtures or games, like Matt will put them in. If I've got anything going on, I can also put that in so that we avoid clashes. And if you've followed my channel for a while, then you will already know I love routines. I just personally find that I'm happier with a routine, the kids thrive more with a routine, and I've actually put routines across my whole life. So I have a simple morning cleaning routine and a simple evening cleaning routine. They're only like 5 or 6 steps each, but as long as I do those things every morning and evening, the house is in some kind of like clean state. So for instance, in the morning, I will wake up, do the dishwasher, wipe down the surfaces, everyone will make their own beds. I'll always put a load of laundry on, and then if there's anything on the floor, I will vacuum that up if it's needed, but it's not always needed. But as long as I do those 5 things in the morning, the house is kind of like okay and decent. And same in the evening. I've made so many videos about this, you can go and watch them. But my evening one is very similar. It's like loading up the dishwasher, surfaces, the table, floors, and then I always end my evening routine with like cleaning the sink so that everyone knows, you know, the kitchen is shut, it's off bounds, like that is all done. But I think just having those simple routines in place, whatever they are, whether they be like a wellness routine so you can stay on top of working out, or cleaning routines, you can stay on top of housework and stuff. Like I personally just find, you know, implementing them, having a little checklist makes life so much easier. And my next tip is to schedule in me time. So if you're a busy person or a busy mom, then you're likely gonna put yourself at the bottom of the list, you know, after everyone else, after work and everything. But we need to have a bit of me time to refresh, relax, you know, come back. So for me personally, I find that if I schedule it in, you know, it's in the diary, every 3 weeks I book like my treatments in that I want to have, and then they're just in the diary. You know, every Friday I do a workout and that's in the diary. So I find if I don't actually put it in, schedule it in, then it just doesn't happen. We also like to do a 10-15 minute tidy up in the evening before we sit down. So me and my husband will just like hang out in the kitchen for 10-15 minutes, put things away, tidy things up. Our kids are actually old enough to help us with this. So if there's toys that need putting away, etc., we can all just take 10 minutes, and actually sometimes we'll just chat, put things away and get it all done, because I know personally, as soon as I sit down on that sofa, there's just no way that I'm gonna get back up and clean something, put the dishwasher on, etc. So we try to just use 10 minutes to have a quick speed clean and get everything organized. And we also, in general, use the evening to get everything ready for the morning. I don't know what it is, but 10 minutes in the evening equals like an hour in the morning for some reason. But we find it so much easier to get everything ready the night before in terms of, school uniform, what the kids are going to wear, but also what we're going to wear. You can lay out the lunch bags and snacks and things like that, just because it is so much quicker in the evening. Often the morning is just chaotic. Someone will wake up, in a certain mood, like there'll just be so much going on, forgotten homework, etc. So we find if we can do as much as we can the evening before, it really sets us up to have a smooth morning. I honestly feel like I've said that tip a million times. I would love to actually think of a saying, maybe you guys could help me, of like how the evening is so much quicker than the morning, if that makes any sense. The next tip is to do with your washing machine. So many have the option to do a delayed start, and I had a washing machine for years before I even realized that this was a thing. But you can load up your machine in the evening with the pods, fabric conditioner, and clothes, and then you can delay the start for, say, 6 a.m. So it will start then, and then by the time you wake up, your clothes are clean, and all you have to do is hang them out. This is a brilliant little tip, and actually in the future, like our washing machine's fine at the moment, but I've seen some now that are all done from an app, and there's so much that you can do. So I'm super excited to upgrade to that one day. And another tip which really simplifies my cleaning is to speed clean. So along with my simple routines, I also love to speed clean. If you follow me, you'll know this. I love to set a timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour even, and just do as much as I can. Having a timer set really speeds me up. I'm just like against the clock, and I definitely go a lot quicker. And I just find it like more of a game. Like often in the morning, I'll do things like I'll try and empty the dishwasher before the toast pops up, and like any way that you can make it a little bit more fun or a little bit more like me time by listening to a podcast or something like that can only be a good thing. And another tip which will simplify your life is to load your dishwasher in a way that will make it even quicker to unload. So I shared this on Instagram, everyone loved it, but it's literally loading things together. So all of the spoons are together, all the forks, all of the knives, all of the mugs, all of the glasses. If you group everything together and you get everyone in your family on board, then when you go to unload, it makes it so quick. I can literally grab all the spoons, all the forks, all the knives. It makes it like that bit quicker. You're only gonna save a few minutes every time, but it works so well, and it's not that much harder. Just when you put something in the dishwasher, put it next to the other things. And our dishwasher actually has little prompts on the cutlery tray to say, forks go here, spoons go here, etc. And another tip that you may have heard me talk about in the past is the OneTouch Method. I love this so much. I learned this over a decade ago, and it sticks in my head. So it is exactly as it sounds. Do things with just one touch. So if you're brushing your hair in the morning, don't put the brush down on the side, put it away where it goes in the drawer. An example I use a lot is when you walk in and you take your shoes off and your coat off, don't just throw them in the hallway, put them away where they actually go. This works for so many different things. Some people call this the don't put it down, put it away method as well, but it really does help. Like you're saving just moving it again in the future. And I try to instill this in the kids as well, because it works beautifully when you're like in the full flow with this. And I know I'm doing a lot of cleaning tips, but another one that I really like is to actually break down tasks. I know some people like to save up all their cleaning for a specific day, or all their laundry. Like when I was younger, I think Saturday was like a laundry day. So you'd have a huge, giant basket, and you'd spend the whole day doing the laundry. But personally, I find it easier to just do a little bit each day. So as I said, putting a load on every day. We're a big family of 5. There are so many clothes and sheets and towels and all of it. So we've got more than enough to do that. I personally find that doing a little bit each day is less stressful than watching everything build up. And I also wanted to share with you a Christmas hack. And yes, it's currently the summer. Christmas is 6 months away, but for this hack to work well and to simplify your life, you need to start it now. So all it is making a note of things that your kids want. So if I'm, say, in the supermarket and they're like, oh, can I have that giant chocolate bar of whatever that is? I'm like, no, but then I will make a little note of it. Or if we're in a toy shop, or they see something online, or they mention something that their friend has that they really, really want, I won't get it for them in the moment, but I will make a note of it. And then by the time I get to October or November, I have a full list of things that they actually really, really want. If I think, oh, I'll try and remember that, I just won't. I need to write everything down. And the last tip to simplify your life is to constantly be decluttering. Now, you guys know I'm not a minimalist. Sometimes I kind of wish I was, because I think that really simplifies your life. But I do like to constantly be decluttering. So we've got a basket in the boys' closets, we've got a basket in the garage. So as soon as someone grows out of something, I know to get rid of it. Or if there's a toy they're not really playing with anymore, I have a place to put that. And then once it's full, I can take that to the charity shop or to the school fair or to whatever it is. But by constantly decluttering, it can really help to manage how much stuff you have in your home, because the more stuff you have, the more you have to clean and manage it. So it is great to be continually decluttering it. Right, so those are my tips that I wanted to share with you. I feel like there are so many more that I could include. There's so many more in my book as well, but I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new, or it sparked something in you to make you think, oh yeah, I need to start doing that again. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that discount code for HelloFresh is in the description, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.